All right, so welcome everybody. This is our last Thursday with Kiwanis, with all the trainings that we've done this year. So we hope that you enjoyed everything that we gave out, and if you have anything else that you would like us to do in the future, please let us know. So tonight we are doing branding and advertising your club, and we are very pleased to have Jen Vare. Jen, of course, is our past district governor from 2015 and 16. And this year, she is on the Public Relations Committee. Next year, under Sarah, she will be our chair of the Public Relations Committee. So welcome, Jen, and it is all yours.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. It's nice to be here this evening and kind of wrap up the month of April. We've had some exciting weeks. And I'll kind of flash back on what has happened over the last few weeks and then dive into what you're going to get this week. Week one, we talked about why creating a Facebook event and boosting that event was so important and how we get our word out. And that was led by Governor-elect Sarah Zuleta and our membership chair, Tiffany, who just introduced me. It was a great opportunity for us to really look at Facebook opportunities in social media and where we go down the path of promoting Kiwanis. In week two, we talked about our open houses. We talked about the meet and greet, the fellowship, our community input and involvement. That was led by Sally from our Bald Eagle Nittany Valley Club. And she really told us how to make sure that we were selling our club and how we make sure that those people get invited to join us. Week three, Lieutenant Governor Miranda talked about our membership success story, how our clubs were meeting before the pandemic and how they're meeting now during the pandemic. In that session, you heard about newsletters and virtual activities, the socially distanced events, hands-on projects and service, and really how clubs are growing even though we're in the pandemic. So now we're going to fast forward into week four here, and we're going to talk about how we brand and advertise our clubs. So kind of tie it all together. Let's brand it. When we talk about branding, what does that mean? Think about these three logos that just popped up on your screen here. Right away, we can all say McDonald's, Starbucks, Pepsi. Perfect. They're all places that we eat and we drink. We look to the other side here, we have Target, Apple, Nike, places we shop, technology that we use, athletics from time to time. Those are the brands. When you look at those logos, you know right away what that brand is. When you see this brand pop up, what do you pause and think about? You see our Kiwanis International logo. Hopefully you stop and you think about service, the children that we serve, and how we take care of our future. And something that we're all proud of, our Kiwanis story. The Kiwanis logo. It reflects our organization's traditions and its time-tested mission. At the same time, it's the latest statement of exactly who we are and what we do. The logo, as you probably know, is available in two different formats. Horizontal, which is our go-to logo for everything we make typically, but also vertical for banners, bookmarks, the sleeve of your shirt if it's a long sleeve shirt. So you'll see both the horizontal and the vertical logos at play. The logo is the face of Kiwanis and should be instantly recognizable to people. When we squish it, when we stretch it, or otherwise alter Kiwanis logos, they lose their power. And so does the Kiwanis brand. So it's very important that we don't squish it, stretch it, or alter it in any way, shape, or form. You see these logos here, serving the children of the world. This fun twist on the Kiwanis logo. Off to the right there, you see the Kiwanis International logos with the bird cage, sometimes saying serving the children of the world under them. And then I will put up our do not use sign. You really might like those logos, but we ask you not to use them. They are not part of our branding any longer. I will say I have a very hard time not using the one to the far left with the little child looking up at the Kiwanis logo, because really we do look up to Kiwanis. Those kids, their bright eyes look up to Kiwanis, but we truly ask you not to use them. Since 2012, Kiwanis International has been branding our Kiwanis International logo. You'll see here the emblem, the three ways that our Kiwanis logo is laid out, all in blue, the blue and the gold, and also the black and white, as well as the vertical style of Kiwanis, which can go in either direction. Since 2012, Kiwanis International has been asking us to please stop using that old birdcage logo that we love and start using our branded logo so that everyone knows what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I ask you, where should you go to find the right logo? Do not Google it. I'm going to put up a screenshot here of what happens when you Google Kiwanis logo. You will find all kinds of logos. You'll see the bird cage. You'll see it stretched. You'll see the Kiwanis in the wrong place. You'll see it in the wrong direction. Don't Google it and take the first one you find. Go to Kiwanis.org. If you see these QR codes off to the side during any part of this presentation, you can pull up your cell phone and screenshot, hold your camera right over that QR code, and it'll take you to the website that I'm referring to. If you don't have time to do that, that's okay. We will make sure that you get all these links and make sure that they are available to each and every person. Our member resources area has all of the logos in the right place. So this to the left is the screenshot of exactly what comes up when you go to the logo search in Kiwanis International. It comes up first with our Action Club logo. If you continue further in, you will see by searching Kiwanis, all the proper logos come up. And if you go to the Logos Learning Center, you'll find out exactly how to place each of these logos onto anything you're creating. There are a lot of rules and regulations to make sure that it is branded properly. Just like Starbucks would make sure that they were branding their logo properly. You would never find it with the name of the town underneath that Starbucks logo. McDonald's doesn't brag about where they are located. It'll always be the golden arches that you know and that maybe you love. Kiwanis is trying to make sure that when you see our brand, that you see exactly the Kiwanis International brand and the logos that we have. There's another QR code all about that Logo Learning Center, making sure that you can learn exactly how to place these logos and when to use each logo. The custom Kiwanis logos are available. So take the guesswork out of the logo creation. Let Kiwanis International create it for you. There is no cost. It's part of your dues membership. If your club is not using a custom logo or an anniversary logo using the current Kiwanis International brand guidelines, make sure you go ahead and request one. You align your club, your division, and your district's image with Kiwanis. And together, we're going to present a consistent, strong brand to others. Again, you're going to see that QR code that tells you exactly how to ask for your custom logo. And these are examples of what you'll find in that custom logo package. You'll get the blue and the gold with your club name underneath. You'll get the black version. You'll get the all white version. And if you're celebrating a special anniversary, you can ask for this branded image, just like the Kiwanis Club of Easton does. They asked for the 100-year. These are all available to you. If you have not taken the time to ask Kiwanis International for your package, please reach out to them and ask for it. It takes about 20 days. So in the meantime, if you don't have your clubs already branded logos, make sure that you reach out to me if you can't find it, and we'll get you the right logos to use for any of the flyers and materials that you're going to create. So get yours now. There's that QR code again. This is how you can go about requesting your personal logo for your Kiwanis Club. If someone in your club's already done it and they haven't shared it with you, you reach out to them. They'll be able to flip it to you very quickly because they have them all saved. So make sure that your club is using the proper logos with your club's name there. It is so important to our organization. So now that we have the logos, let's start advertising. We've talked in the past about our social media. The Facebook and the Instagram are probably the most two popular that most people see, as well as Twitter. We're not going to dive really deep into each of these social media aspects because that could take all night, and I am limited to how much time I have with you. More recently, people are using TikTok. It's not just about dancing and following the moves of the latest hip hop dance craze. TikTok can be a place for you to promote your Kiwanis Club and get people to recognize who you are and what you're doing. Also, there's LinkedIn, which is our professional network, usually used for professional networking. Kiwanis is professional, so it's important for us to use LinkedIn to promote Kiwanis and who we are and what we do and why we're doing it, and ask people to join us in our mission. So we have our logos. How else are we advertising? We use newsletters. Kiwanis clubs like the Sheridan Kiwanis Club, the Kiwanis Club of Bloomsburg, they're using their newsletters and using the proper logo in the newsletter. But how do we get our newsletter into the hands of more people in our community? Post that link right up onto your social media page. Put it on your website. Try to print out some copies and leave them at your doctor's office, your hospital that you visit, different places along the way. If you don't have your own club newsletter, feel free to use the Keystone Kiwanian. Print it out, full color. It has all the logos, something that's recognized by everyone, and put it out in the places where people are going to see it. When you get your Keystone Kiwanian in your email, find a way to publicize it to your district page. Or, sorry, not your district page, your club page. Put it out to your membership. Make sure that they are reading what's going on inside these important newsletters. You never know what you might find out. How else can we do it? The local newspaper. I just took a few quick samples of what I found by a quick search of what's going on in Pennsylvania and the local newspaper. The Conshohocken Kiwanis Club was featured in the Times Herald of Montgomery County. The Sunday Dispatch took care of our Wyoming area Kiwanis Club, and the East Penn Press took care of the Kiwanis Club of Emmaus. If you were to zoom in on any one of these newspaper articles, you would find that people are wearing the logo. In the Sunday Dispatch, where Kiwanis is recognized, Mike Kuba, and I'm sure Tiffany hiding underneath that check, is wearing that Kiwanis logo. Their check is also branded to their club. When you look at the Emmaus Club press, you would see that people are, went too fast. Sorry about that. Jumping ahead here. You would see that people are wearing the logos on their masks and things along the way. Next up, patch. If you were to search patch.com, which is this website right here, you would find that there's probably a patch newsletter right in your community, whether you're here in Pennsylvania or somewhere else around the world. There are lots of opportunities with patch. You can put up a newsletter saying what your club is doing. The Ambler Kiwanis Club, they're posting about their Kiwanis Carnival. It's a great way to put it out there. And if you look to the left of that Ambler Kiwanis Carnival, you'll see that they're able to share that easily to their Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. All of the opportunities are right there on patch. The Phoenixville Kiwanis Club, they also shared about what happened when they kicked off the season's Kiwanis Christmas Parade. And the Kiwanis Club of Media took the time to post their raffle. They were able to sell tickets. They had a link right to their tickets. They said what time the tickets would be for sale, how much they were going to cost, links to all of those, and what somebody might win. Patch.com is a great way to advertise your club. Take your logo, make sure it's on anything that your Kiwanis Club is going to post on Patch. make sure that they're going to a site that is positive, engaged, and current. If you're going to put up a link there, make sure that the link is going to something current that you're doing. So let's advertise a little bit more. Your community bulletin board. I am sure if I asked for a show of hands right now, people would talk about their community bulletin board. Maybe it looks like this. Maybe it's in your Panera with a bulletin board like this, or maybe this is down by your local train station. When I look at those 3 bulletin boards, I see that they are very busy. So how do we make our flyer stand out? You can put lots of color into it. Put our brand there. So this was from the Pennsylvania Kiwanis Foundation. They're making sure that people know scholarships available, applications are happening. They are catching people's eye that the scholarships are there and that it's through Kiwanis Foundation. Take a look at this flyer from the Back Mountain Kiwanis Club. Definitely caught my eye right away when I was scrolling. They're going to be having lots of events. They put fun emojis, lots of color into their flyer. And they're asking questions. They're giving you places to check in and find out some more information. Another fun flyer, advertising the Kiwanis Club of the Main Line. A picture, some information, and an opportunity to come and listen to that speaker. The Bald Eagle Nittany Valley Club. Once again, sharing in color. They're showing an image. They're telling you what they need and what they want you to do. So you need to really make sure your flyer stands out. When you're putting it up there on any bulletin board, make sure your logo is present. Make sure your club's available. We can teach you how to put a QR code right on there so someone can scan it and find those super easy, what you're doing and why you're doing it. So make sure your flyer is standing out. There are events in your community. That's a great place to advertise your club. You can have a table like the South Philadelphia Club. You can see that they're wearing their proper shirts. There's logo merchandise everywhere. They're talking about Kiwanis. They're sponsoring an activity at their event, making sure people know why they're there and what they're going to do. Friendly faces behind those masks. The Back Mountain Club also presented a check to their local Little League, took the opportunity, had a banner up on their table, their banner in the background. They're branding themselves each and every moment of this picture, making sure people know what they're doing, why they're doing it. A Sheridan golf outing. They put up a tent. They branded it with the Kiwanis logo. They also have the blow up that is available from our Kiwanis Club for sale. They blow that up at their event so that everyone knows this is Kiwanis's golf outing. This is an event sponsored by Kiwanis, and this is what's happening. And also from the Kiwanis Club of Sheridan, you can see that they still have their birdcage logo on that one banner, but they've also purchased other banners that show who they are and have taken the time to kind of update themselves along with the times. They've also taken their Kiwanis Club of Sheridan branded logo and created pop-up banners. So these are great ways to advertise in whatever you're doing, whether you're out on the street, you're at your club meetings, you're at a golf event, advertising yourself along the way. Using your website. Not sure how many people know that if you go to the Pennsylvania Kiwanis website, pakiwanis.org, under the education tab, scroll down, there's a new club website link there. When you go to that link, if you have not had a Kiwanis website through pennsylvaniakiwanis.org, they will help you along the way, setting up step by step. There's an application that you fill in and they'll help you find out your information. If it's been a long time since you were on that site, they can also help re-guide you to getting the proper links and website. Your club is entitled to a website. Many times people ask, what do our dues pay for? Things such as your website. That's what your dues pay for. So let's take a look at some examples of our Pennsylvania Kiwanis Club's websites. Here's the Kiwanis Club of Jenkintown. They do an annual run. I found this out by clicking on their website. These are the kids actually doing the run at the kickoff of their 5K. Great way. They talk about off to the side their upcoming Zoom meetings and how to be engaged. And right from the start at jenkintownkiwanis.org, they tell you what Kiwanis is. Same thing with the Southampton Kiwanis Club. They also have southamptonkiwanis.org. They tell you a lot of information right from the start, and they also make sure that everyone knows what Kiwanis is and what they're doing. And from the Palmer Township Kiwanis Club, a little bit more information about how to get engaged in the Kiwanis Club of Palmer Township. All of these are available to you by reaching out through the pakiwanis.org, going to education, and looking for your club website. Having a current club website is a great way to drive people to your club and making sure that they know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and making sure you have the proper branding on those websites is key to our Kiwanis mission. Wear your Kiwanis gear. I was coming to this meeting tonight and I made sure I had my Kiwanis shirt on today because I wanted to make sure that people knew what I was doing and why I was doing it. I was out to dinner right before this and they were asking why I wasn't having a beverage with them because I was coming here to present to you tonight. And so I was telling them all about Kiwanis and was able to share with them who I was because of my Kiwanis logo. You'll see some fun pictures here from some Kiwanis clubs, all wearing their branded shirts. Some of them got them online. Even Mrs. Claus has her Kiwanis on her. Kiwanis aprons if you're having a pancake breakfast, even a Kiwanis hat. Other examples of wearing your Kiwanis gear, your branded shirts, hats, your masks. Everywhere you go, when you're doing a service project or a fundraiser, wearing your Kiwanis gear gets people asking the questions. What is that? What are you doing? I've seen that on the side of the road before. I've seen that side. What does that mean? I've always wondered what that is. So wearing your gear is a great way to make sure that people know what Kiwanis is. Some other advertising opportunities, your church bulletin. If you belong to a church such as mine, they have a church bulletin. Back in the day before the pandemic, it was going out all the time. Sometimes they will let you advertise for free and put your logo on there. Other times they do ask for a donation, and it's usually a small amount of money. If I was putting out one in my church bulletin, I would probably put a little bit more information about how to join or what we are, or a link to my Facebook page, something that I was doing. Same with the restaurant placemats. A lot of local diners or restaurants have a placemat. It's there. I know I personally have looked down many times and I've seen a coupon to a store that I frequent, or I will see some kind of doctor who's giving, some great advice, and I write down that information or I take a screenshot of it. Imagine if you were to take your restaurant placemat or your church bulletin and add your QR code where someone could easily scan that and get it right into the hands of your Kiwanis Club, whether it's your website, your Facebook page, or something else social media related, or even an invitation to join you at one of your next meetings. All great advertising opportunities. Some other advertising opportunities, Eventbrite. I know personally that I was using Eventbrite to publicize when someone needed to buy a ticket for an event. But why not put something on Eventbrite for free events? Put your logo out there. Let them know what's free in your community. Get some extra advertising through using the Eventbrite website. Volunteer match. I typed in Harrisburg, PA. I'm from outside of Philadelphia. When I typed into volunteer match, I was able to find opportunities to volunteer within the community. None of them said Kiwanis. So take the time to go on there and ask for people to join you and recruit some volunteers through volunteer match. There are tons of US cities through Volunteer Match. It's a great opportunity. So in an interest of time, I will say, which hook will you try next? Did you learn something new today? You can contact me at any time through my email address, which is listed there, my phone number. You can text, call, and you can also find me on Facebook and follow along to what I'm doing in the Kiwanis world. Hopefully you found something new and interesting, and hopefully you are interested in trying some other way to hook a member through your branding and advertising. Next up will be our membership contest, which starts May 1st and runs through June 30th. You'll have all kinds of information coming to you soon. Tiffany might want to talk about that, but I will open the floor if there are any questions. And I saw some things were popping up in chat, but I am not good with frequenting the chat line and also having my Zoom. So if there's any questions, feel free to put them into chat and I can help answer them.
The only question we really had was Eugene asked about the patch website. So Sarah said patch.com. I don't know if you wanted to go a little bit more into patch.
So I'm not even sure how or who runs patch.com, to be quite honest, but I know in my community and every community I've lived in, you can publicize things on their calendar. Basically, it's free advertising. Sometimes you'll have an article. You can sign up via your email and get an email about what's happening in your community, but then you can also go on there and promote the event that's happening in your community. So if you go to patch.com, you can put in the name of your town or a neighboring town and see what's going on. And it's a great place to advertise because we can get our name out there that we're hosting an event, whether it's our meetings or a fundraiser or a service project, and what people need to do. So there'll be questions as you register on patch.com. We promoted our Mardi Gras party and we had to go in and answer questions about how to buy, well, in previous years, how to buy a ticket. This year we were able to put in there that we were having raffles online, etc. So it's really just another website and they're very community based. So if you don't see the name of your town, you might put the neighboring town and find something nearby.
Anybody else have any questions for Jen? Let's see anything.
All right.
All right, I will quickly go over the membership contest. So if anyone is on Facebook and is in the Pennsylvania Forum page, you've been noticing I've been giving a lot of different tips and tricks on what to do with membership. Kiwanis International is really trying to promote that membership May is going to be all about membership, bringing in members, doing different stuff. So we want to do a contest with the clubs. So we're going to have it from May 1st to June 30th. We decided to just do more than just 1 month. We're doing it for the 2 months. We're going to send out the rules, but what you have to do is bring in, I believe it's going to be at least 2 members during the 2-month period. You have to go and post them on your social media, put them in the forum, hashtag Spring for Kiwanis, and if you can try to do a member orientation, not an orientation, like a membership event, either open house virtually or in person, and we are going to actually give out top cash prizes out there as well. We were looking at doing a tier event, so sort of what Kiwanis International did with the signature project. So if you are in clubs 27 or below, you guys would be in tier 1, and then tier 2 would be in members 28 and above. So this will be going out. Most likely we're going to try to send it out tomorrow, at least to put it out on social media. And really just try to promote your club, really try to go and, organize things if you can about doing some sort of a membership event. And let's try to bring in as many members as we can. We have done so far a really great job with bringing in members. We are second overall in our region, which is there's 7 districts in our region. We are behind New York right now with bringing in members. We did not have that great of a March, so I really hope that, April and then going forward, we could, step it up and start bringing in some more members into our Kiwanis clubs. So this is the information. We will be sending it out, like I said, very, very shortly. So to jumpstart the membership contest, we are going to be doing a big social next Thursday. So it is on May 6th at 6:30, and we're going to be doing different breakout rooms and just have a great time. Sarah Zuleta, the governor-elect, she has gotten us a comedian to come on as well. So it's just a fun event to come on. I know most of us might be zoomed out at this point, but it's just a really fun event to do. So there is the link to register for that. Again, we'll probably send that out as well. Maybe Monday we can have Kevin or Michelle send it out to the presidents and the secretaries. So really try to promote that if you can. It's just, like I said, really just a fun night to just, hang out, talk, and laugh. So that will be starting next Thursday.
Oh, sorry.
And then we have 2 upcoming educational events. So we're really trying to help you guys out, especially now that we have the Zoom with different events. That's why we did the whole thing with April with all the different training sessions. The next one is going to be new club opening. I know there are a couple different places in the district that are looking at building new clubs. So if anyone would like to come on the May 17th for the new club opening, that is going to be with Regina Woods Mitchell. She is from Kiwanis International. So that will be at 7 o'clock. And then Thursday, the 20th, last week we did Miranda Burton as a membership success story with bringing in 11 new members in December. And Wilkinsburg has brought in, they went from, I believe, 4 to 17 members in their club. So Margaret Self is going to come and just talk about what they did to jumpstart their club from going, like I said, 4 to 17. So that's an awesome number that they went up from. So that is going to be Thursday, May 20th at 7 p.m. as well. So those links will be coming out very shortly for anyone that would like to join us for those.